Live from the Path. More calories than the prayer breakfast.
Right now we are joined by Ruth with the Life Care Pregnancy Center. That is out in Stuart. How are you doing today?
Very good, thank you.
It's hot out here, Ruth.
Yes, it's very hot.
I'm very sorry. I tried to prepare a better spot for you, and it just didn't work out the way I wanted. You know, I don't have the sway that I thought I had over the temperature. So thank you for joining us on the program. Maybe tell us a little bit about Life Care Pregnancy Center.
All right, well, we are a life-affirming crisis pregnancy center located in Stuart, Iowa, so just about 40 miles west here of West Des Moines on Interstate 80. And we offer, all of our services are free. We're a nonprofit ministry. We offer free pregnancy tests, options counseling, pregnancy education, prenatal education. We're working in the process of offering limited ultrasound, but we're not yet offering that yet.
That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Yes.
you need some sort of licensure to run that equipment?
That's the process that we're working through right now.
They always try to put the kibosh on you as soon as you want to buy ultrasound equipment, you know? Here comes the man.
I was before they found me out, I was a freelance ultrasound man
Yeah.
for 3 years in the inner city.
He had a van.
But you know, whatever. They check for licenses and then you got problems. So
He didn't pay the tags on the van.
I was going to offer my services, Ruth, but I don't think you need the kind of trouble that my operation brings.
I agree.
So in the works, though, except that you hope to offer relatives. Okay.
Yes. So we have also different Bible studies. We just finished up a post-abortion Bible study for women seeking healing after experiencing
I bet
abortion.
that's a pretty heavy deal. You know what I'm saying? I bet that's a really heavy deal.
Yes, and very prevalent, even in our churches and just in our communities. So we're going to be starting another study coming up in July here, July 20th. So
Do you find that like after something like that has happened that you know after they get God's perspective on the deal that they just go I had no idea, like I don't know, it just seems like it would be just a devastating thing to do. And actually I don't know, I think it takes a lot to be able to walk with somebody through that, you know. I mean, we all got our own stuff, but like, you know, that's just to hold their hand and walk them through it and say, here's where God's at and here's where you're in relation to him, and that's pretty solid. You get a lot of people going through that thing?
Well, we just opened in March, and so we've only had one study go through right now.
Yeah.
With a couple ladies, and I'll tell you, at the end of the study, it was amazing to see the day the study ended. A lady accepted Christ as her Savior, and you could just visibly see just, you know, the weight that she was forgiven, and she knew she was forgiven. And so I could see that really becoming a very popular part of our ministry out there, definitely. So very exciting about that.
Yeah, that's very, very cool. So what do you have for fellas?
Right now,
the pregnancy test doesn't really do me a whole lot of good, you know?
It doesn't, no. Well, right now we have a couple of men's mentors, Christian men, and we have right now a couple that's actually meeting with a husband and wife, and so the new mom to dad and dad to be, they meet every week, and they go through different things. The dad right now is just very interested also just in learning about what's going on in the pregnancy.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And just all that kind of stuff, but also part of what we just had our second benefit banquet in May, where the Lord provided $60,000 for our next year's expenses. So part of that we're going to be.
Hold on. Who was at this benefit? I can't raise $5. How did you do it?
Well, I don't know.
Maybe Jesus is against me. I think I've overinvested in this thing. Bummer. Okay, I'm sorry. Lord bless your ministry.
Yes,
Continue.
Yes. So since following that, we are purchasing and going forward with a larger Earn While You Learn program, which a whole part of that is men's fraternity, it's called. And so in that program, there's different DVDs, and you get set up with a male mentor, and just kind of come alongside and help these new fathers to learn how to be the fathers that God would have them to be. So.
That's a very biblical approach too. You know, like usually when you find there's a lot of different schools of thought on how to talk to fellas about what they got going. Really, what the deal is that if you want to live a life, you know, you find someone that's living it and you buddy up to and figure out how they're doing it, right? If you find a good father, then you buddy up to a good father and become accountable to that dude and learn some stuff from him. Same thing with a husband, same thing with a wife. You know, there's a lot of God's building some really awesome accountability through work that He's done with other people, and I think that sounds like a really good program to get involved with if you're seeking people for that reason.
Yes, we are. Cool. We're always seeking volunteers, and We're going to be having another volunteer training in
Do you
October.
have people that come in and go, "Hey, I'm an excellent dad. I'd like to volunteer for this thing." Hey, I'm fantastic. You know, it seems like they missed the deal.
I got the shirt and the mug. I'm number one.
That might be a little
That's
concerning.
too much. How do you humbly walk in and say, "I'm great for this position"? You know? Like, look, everyone tells me I'm just the best husband ever. So can I work here or what?
Where's the spot for me? I brought my own chair.
If I quote a Bible verse at the end of this diatribe, am I in or what? Okay. Anyway, it's hard to find humble dudes. I hear what you're saying. But you are listening to Live from the Path on livefromthepath.org. We have been talking with Ruth. Now, where's the place at? Is there a website? Did I get a website from you?
Nope. Our website is lifecarepc.org.
Okay.
So lifecarepc, like pregnancycenter.org.
Do you have a Facebook? Can people
We do have
like
a
it?
Facebook. Yep. And it's just called Life Care Pregnancy Center.
Now,
That's what it's called.
Is it? Now let me ask you this, Mike. Sorry, Ruth. Me and Mike need to have a side conversation. That is a dude appropriate. Is it weird if I like a pregnancy center on a Facebook?
That's kind of what I was thinking.
I mean, I'd like to do it. You seem like a wonderful woman, and you're doing great things for Jesus. But I feel like it would be odd if it just pops up and says Ben Foose likes the Life Care Pregnancy Center.
Here's what scares me, right? So I get on the Facebook, and my wife just happens. I go to the bathroom or something. She happens to go over, look at it, and say, "Mike likes the pregnancy center."
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, he wants to have another kid." And I didn't say anything about that. You know, I made no mention of wanting more children. And then I don't know, things might happen.
She's picking out drapes and names and stuff.
Yeah.
and just because Ruth talked me into liking it on Facebook.
Okay, Ruth, I'm gonna have my wife like your organization. This seems like it saves a whole lot of trouble for me. But
So how can you said you volunteer? Is there any other ways that people can help?
Well, we're funded just by individuals and churches. That's how we're fully funded, just by individuals and church donations. So definitely on our website, there's a way to give. Or else, also on our website, there's just a way to get added to our newsletter mailing list. So if you just kind of want to learn more about it, we do a quarterly newsletter. And then you could get invited to different events that we have. And
now, do you take closed donations and that
Yes.
kind of thing too?
Yep, part of our Earn While You Learn program is we have a place called the Baby Boutique, and there's pictures of all these places on our website too, but that's where we have maternity clothes, baby clothes, everything, lots of stuff you need just to take care of a baby.
Yeah.
And so that's all been through donations. So yes, we definitely do take donations, new and gently used things. We don't accept any used cribs or car seats.
Yeah,
But-
there's probably some liability there. I hear
yeah,
ya.
but
Do you ever get
everything
anybody
else-
donate nice television?
We have had people donating televisions, yes, because
Did
we
you-
have
did you already
televisions
give-
in our center, yeah.
Then you already gave it. Oh, you kept them
Yes.
for yourself.
Yeah,
That's
we
kids.
did.
It's not good for kids.
Sorry,
I think
Ruth, that's not.
if you come across
What's
another
up?
one, you should call me. I feel like it's important. That is so. This is Ruth. We've been talking with Ruth from the Life Care Pregnancy Center in Stuart. I think it's a very needed resource with a Christ view. I mean, it's something that is pregnancy is obviously prevalent. People like kids.
Yeah.
Sometimes not.
Sometimes they don't.
But making sure people can go through that process through a Christ-centered worldview, understanding the value, the gift that kids are, frankly, the gift that pregnancy is, the ability to go through that process, and so I think that's awesome. I think that's great that you guys are doing that. So that's lifecarepc.org. You can check it out. If you can like it on Facebook, that would be great. If you're a lady, I would say go to town. If you're a guy, I would really think about that and see what the repercussions are. I think I'm going to do it.
I'd take it.
Because I'm not going to be bullied, Mike. I'm not going to be bullied by
Here's
some
the thing.
social construct that said I can't like a pregnancy center if I want to.
Here's what Ben says he would do. For every person that likes this on the Facebook today, he will donate $100. Ben, that's very generous. Very generous. I have some phone calls to make, but
I don't think that's a problem. Mike has also pledged to loan me $100 for every person that likes the Facebook of the Life Care Pregnancy Center.
I feel like I need to leave the country.
Well, thank you so much, Ruth, for taking your
Yes.
time out to visit us.
Thank you.
It's another 12-foot walk back. I appreciate you coming over. But I am going to like it on the Facebook, and if there's
Sweet.
anything that we can help with as far as mentioning on the show or stuff you got coming up that you like us to talk about, fundraising efforts or whatever, definitely get a hold of us, and we'd love to be
Okay.
able to help.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Ruth, well, thanks for coming on.
Thanks.
Check out our live show, Monday nights, 10 to midnight, livefromthepath.org.